But I'm sitting there thinking, like I said, when we go to these Cars and Coffee, there's 700 to 1,000 cars, and there's maybe 5 or 6 of those exotic cars. Well, what about the rest of us? We're passionate about our cars. We want to drive the hell out of them. So I just decided to go for it, man. I'm like, I'm going to put this together for everyone else.
So radio guy, huh? I mean, that's my background. I mean, I got started in broadcasting up in Metro Detroit when I was just a kid. So are you still in now? Are you out? What's your story?
No. And it's nothing sexy compared to what you do, man. So I worked in radio, and I literally did everything from promotions. Then I worked my way up into an on-air role, but it wasn't like a classic rock or pop station or anything like that. I was a traffic reporter on a news and political talk station. So certainly nothing sexy or exciting. And then from there, so you know what? You'll enjoy this. I'm sitting in this studio with windows all around me. And you know what I freaking realized? All the sales guys drive cool cars.
Yep.
So I got into sales.
Yep.
And the first freaking car I bought, man, I had an award-winning sales year, got the ceremonial giant checks, all that stuff. I freaking went and I bought a Charger SRT.
Dude, that is epic, man. I love it. Absolutely love it. So you'll love, here's my story. You'll love this one. So 98 Degrees comes to town. They're on tour. This is, oh God, I don't know what year this, it's the late 90s, whatever, right? I'm in Lansing, Michigan, doing mornings on the top 40 station there. Z101.7, Lansing's hottest hits. It was the Z Morning Crew with John Hammer.
That's awesome.
And so they're in town, and my co-host and I get to do the intro. So we're on stage on campus at Michigan State University, and we're in front of thousands of people, and we're doing our thing. At the end of the show, everybody's back there, and they're all having a great time, yucking it all up. And Nick freaking Lachey says, "Hey, who's got that hot car out behind the building out here?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's mine." He goes, "Dude, your car's awesome, man." And the whole time I'm thinking, I'll trade you for Jessica Simpson.
I love it.
He wouldn't go for it.
No, I could imagine.
Anyhow,
so I didn't do anything sexy in radio, but and you know what? I learned nothing from it, because I've been in my office since 6:30 tonight trying to figure out how to connect my AirPods to my freaking laptop so that
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, since we're talking, let's talk about cars. And obviously, you've got the shirt on right there, Genesis Rally.
Yeah, man.
This is great, man. And it was great on Dodge Garage. We were able to give you some love. And it was funny because you actually reached out to us. Tell us how that kind of worked out.
I'll tell you what, I'm working on something for an upcoming rally. We're going to the Keys in just a few weeks, man. And I'm working on something on the computer. My wife, Roxanne, she helps me with the company. I got 2 other partners, John and Jessica. And so my wife and I are working on something, and I got lazy, right? I have all of our logos and graphics and files and everything, but I got lazy. It's all on a hard drive, not connected. So I Googled my own logo, right? I got lazy. And then I realized that you guys had listed our event. So you guys had found out about us, I don't know, from somebody else or something like that. And I reached out and I was like, "Thank you so much for the support. Can you use this logo?" And I sent the right one to you guys. And then from there, we started getting emails from other people on your end that were like, "This is really cool what you're doing. Let's connect you with John Hammer," and stuff like that. So I've been real excited.
It's funny, man. I got to tell you, folks, they think all the time that Dodge is, I mean, and admittedly, Dodge is a big, massive, international gazillion-dollar company.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're still car enthusiasts that are interested in what other car enthusiasts are doing, right? So, I mean, that's ultimately where it came out to. So it all worked out, and I'm glad you're here on the show. And that's why you're here, is because you do this awesome rally thing, man. Tell us about Genesis Rally. What did you even come up with the idea for this thing?
I've always wanted to do rallies. Rallies are not new. I didn't invent rallies, but if you want to go do a rally, I mean, you got to have deep pockets. These are, if you look up rallies, these are guys with Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Bugattis and they're going to, everything ritzy. And I've always wanted to do one. But I'm sitting there thinking, like I said, when we go to these Cars and Coffee, there's 700 to 1,000 cars, and there's maybe 5 or 6 of those exotic cars. Well, what about the rest of us? We're passionate about our cars. We want to drive the hell out of them. So I just decided to go for it, man. I'm like, I'm going to put this together for everyone else. I mean, I certainly would not exclude anyone if they had an exotic car, but I want to make this where these guys with these Challengers and Camaros and Corvettes and Mustangs, where we can all go drive the hell out of these cars. And so that's what we did, man. That's what we started putting together. And it just kind of happened. And we're very lucky. We're very blessed. And we're definitely on the right track. I'm really excited.
But you said it perfectly there too, because these rallies have got, and let's be perfectly blunt, not only are they, as a general rule, assumed to be big money cars, big money, rich people. And then the public just figures when they see one of these cars coming to town, it's got a logo on it, they're going to be driving like clowns. They're going to be idiots. And it really honestly gives a black eye a lot of times to the car enthusiast hobby. My real first experience with one of the big money rallies was, I will not mention which one it was, but we were actually hired, the SRT Track Experience team, to go to Button Willow Raceway out in California, because they had one of these big things going. And I actually met Tori Belici from Mythbusters was there.
No way.
Oh, dude, he's awesome. Turns out he was a great guy. So I wound up being his instructor and then giving him a ride in a Viper at the end of the day. He was there with Deadmau5, the musician, their buddies. And so they were having a great time, and they were super cool. But we had a great time. But I could definitely see from that experience why that was not something that Joe Average is going to do. I mean, you used the term Cars and Coffee. You really kind of invented a car rally, a Cars and Coffee car rally, right?
And you know what it is, man? With rallies, they look like too much fun, and you always want what you can't have. You want what's off the table, right? All you want is to be part of it, and that's our mission. That's our slogan. That's our motto: is be part of it. So we put this stuff together, and we're going to give you scenic routes. We're going to give you really hand-picked roads, scenic drives that you probably wouldn't find on your own. We're going to go to iconic roads like Tail of the Dragon and Cherahalla Skyway and all that stuff. But one thing that I'm really proud of and excited about is we give you these track experiences. And I think that's what you guys kind of stumbled across. Whether that be in the form of parade laps, whether that be in the form of drag racing down pit road, whether that be in the form of doing like an autocross or a road course kind of thing, we truly try to put together a driving experience that you would not get on your own. And if you did, it might not be your vehicle, because there's NASCAR experiences out there, but it ain't your car. And we all love our car. And so that's what I've tried to put together. But you hit something that is really important that I truly think sets us apart. And it's the people. Because I've done sold out events, several a year, upwards of 20 to 30 events already. And not a single time have we ever been thrown out of a place, not invited back, cops called, car accidents, anything. And you're right, with a lot of these rallies, there's a ton of reckless fun. And it's fun, but there's a time and a place. And I make sure that I schedule that time and place for people to cut loose and have fun safely. And it truly is our people. We've never had people not get along. We've never had any issues.
Well, clearly it's doing well. You expanded this year, right? So now you got some new locations. What's going on with that?
Yeah. So as we began to grow and take on more of a following and stuff, we were able to get larger insurance policies, and larger insurance policies allow you to get larger tracks. So yeah, we're definitely able to branch out more. Now, a lot of our events are still going to start out of Northeast Florida. We are working on some stuff right now, lots of stuff that will get us starting out of other areas. We're looking at Atlanta and stuff like that. I'm very lucky. We all are. We have so much fun, and we make sure everything we do, like, all right, if we're not having fun, what are we doing? Right? Like, let's back up and start over. We missed something.
Do you have a favorite location yet?
we try to offer a variety of things as well, man. Like, Talladega, you want to be on the banks, you want to run that circuit. But like Daytona, we try to mix it up. We ran the road course, actually the course that they're going to run this weekend for Rolex. Love that thing with the International Horseshoe and the bus loop and all that. I tell you where I've never been and we're excited. Homestead. Have you ran Homestead? You said you've done a lot of tracks.
I have. I've been to Homestead. I've been around the oval, but we also ran. We actually ran SRT Track Experience on the road course there for years and years and years.
We're looking forward to it, man.
It's good. Really I'll tell you what. It's turn. Hang on, let me think about this here. 1, 2. So it's turn 3, 4. There's almost like this little mini roller coaster here. It's the couple of banked corners. And for a track that is, generally speaking, it's flat. It's on the inside of an oval. It's really, really fun. And you can really put the power down on the exit and shoot down the straightaway. It's excellent. It's really a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited to hear it. I'm really excited.
Here's my heads up. Here's the one thing that I always pack when I am headed to Miami, to Homestead, Miami Speedway. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Baby Gold Bond.
Why?
Because it is so humid down there, man. It is so freaking sticky. You just take a handful. It's like a snowstorm in your pants.
Like LeBron, just throw like a cloud in the air.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It is great though. You'll have a great time down there. And of course, obviously the food's amazing. And the whole vibe down there is just awesome. That's great. That's awesome, man. That is great. What a great deal. So obviously we're sitting here chit chatting about all the cool things you do. And you kept telling me about how everything's sold out. Can anybody can we still get in on anything this year?
Yes. So, really good question. We're going to New Orleans, and this is something that a couple of my partners were really excited about, and we decided to run with it. So we have that coming up in June. I should know this off the top of my head, but I've been scheduling other things. I'm going to look it up while I'm talking to you.
Sure.
But we're going to start in Jacksonville, and day one, we're going to shoot straight out to New Orleans. And when we get there, we're going to have a dinner for everybody, all the drivers, some drinks and stuff like that. And we're setting up shop for the weekend at a place called Pontchartrain Landing. Really cool spot on the water in New Orleans. And I tell you what it is. You know those shipping containers?
Yeah.
They've stacked a bunch of those together, and they've made these giant villas on the water that sleep like 16 people. So it's like this villa mansion thing on the water. So we rented out like 4 or 5 of these villas. And so that's where we're going to be setting up shop for the weekend. And what we're going to do is then the next day, wake up early, and we rented out NOLA Motorsports Park.
Oh,
and so have you done NOLA?
I have. Yep.
So what we're doing that day, they're really known, and you know this, for their, like, they do like world-class autocross. So we're going to do that. They've got the 305,000 square foot soft premium asphalt. It doesn't chew up those tires. So they're going to build a custom course for us that day, and people are going to get to, drive their cars on that. And we have a custom championship belt, like a wrestling style belt. We try to get out of the box when it comes to our awards and trophies. And so that'll be up for grabs. And then that night, it's like a free afternoon, free night to do what you want. Go to the French Quarter, go to Bourbon Street, go drink, party, hang out, and have fun. And then the next day we'll have another breakfast together as a group and give out some more awards and celebrate and stuff like that. And then that's it. We hit the road and head home. So that one is June 11th through 13th. It's called the Big Easy. It is still on sale and a little more than halfway sold out. So
my story at NOLA, we were there for a Viper event, Viper Owners Invitational, a handful of years ago. And I was given rides in the Gen 5 when the new Gen 5 Vipers came out. It was really cool. And I met this guy, scraggly, skinny little guy. He just kind of honestly, and he looked real rednecky, right? Long, scraggly hair, skinny. And he's telling me about all these cars he owns. He's got a couple of Vipers and a Viper truck, and he's got a Ford GT, and he's got all these things. And he's been doing some of the half-mile drag races and the 1 mile drag race. I'm like, that's really cool. He's telling me about all this cool stuff he did. And his name is Dolph. I will never forget this guy till the day I die. And I said, Dolph, I'm having a great time hanging out with you. And I said, but I got to ask you. I said, how'd you get to afford all these really cool cars? He says, John, we're in New Orleans. Yeah. He goes, you had one of those hurricanes? I said, the frozen drink? He goes, yeah. I said, yeah, sure. Of course I've had one of those things. He goes, you know that machine that they come out of?
Oh, come on. Like the alcohol slushy machine behind a bar?
You bet, bud. He invented the thing. I said, shut up. Are you kidding me? How did you come up with that? He says, I swear to God, man. He goes, my mom liked frozen margaritas, but she kept breaking the tines in her blender. He goes, and I thought, well, there's got to be a better way. He goes, I figured it out. He goes, now I'm in every country on the planet.
No kidding.
Isn't that crazy? But I met him there at NOLA Motorsports Park. So cool. That's cool. Dude, John, I'm so glad that you had a chance to come on with us today. Website, Instagram, social stuff. How are people going to find you?
Yeah, man. They can go to genesisrally.com, exactly the way it sounds, GenesisRally.com. We're on all the major platforms, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Just search at Genesis Rally. And we've got some cool stuff coming up, man. So like I said, we've got some sold out ones right now, but New Orleans is available. We've got easy pay options so that you can break up installments and make it easy to be part of it. And we've got a lot of other stuff we're working on right now that we're going to be announcing very shortly. We're going to fill up this calendar for the year.
Nice. You have really, truly made a rally for regular car enthusiasts.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And you know what? And I didn't even touch on it, but the brotherhood of muscle definitely shows out. People actually show up at our events and they go, this is great. Another Mopar club. And we're not a Mopar club. We're a rally company for everybody. But dude, the brotherhood of muscle, they want to drive their cars, and they do. They do every time, man.
That is outstanding, man.
So
I'll tell you what, obviously, you know what, you're doing something right, or it wouldn't work, man. So John, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. You guys check it out, genesisrally.com. You can go take your car and do some pretty cool things with it. And John and his friends are behind it, man. Again, best of luck to you, John. And thanks for spending some time with us here at Dodge Garage.
Thanks, John. I enjoyed it.